The Rookie Season 8 Episode 11 trailer wastes no time pulling you straight into the fire. The whole team starts the episode already on edge after the chaos from last week, and right away you feel the pressure building on Officer John Nolan like never before. He has grown so much since becoming a cop later in life, but now a new case lands in his lap that feels too personal, too close to the people he cares about most. His instincts tell him something is off, yet every lead he follows only makes things murkier. You can sense his doubt growing with each step, and that doubt is exactly what makes this story so tense, because one bad call could end everything for him and the squad. At the same time, Lucy Chen is fighting battles no one else can see. She is trying to stay strong on the job while her personal life pulls her in different directions, and the trailer hints that she might have to choose between her badge and her heart in a way that changes her forever. The weight on her shoulders feels real, and you cannot help but worry what this choice will cost her. Tim Bradford steps up as a steady leader everyone leans on, but even he looks rattled this time. His past decisions are coming back in ways that affect the whole team, and you start to wonder if his tough exterior is about to crack under the strain. Angela Lopez brings her sharp mind and quick humor to the mix, yet there is a serious look in her eyes that tells you this case is hitting her harder than usual. The whole group is working together like always, but small cracks are showing, and those cracks are what keep the suspense alive because you know one tiny mistake can turn friends into strangers in seconds. The action kicks in fast with high-speed moments through the busy Los Angeles streets that make your pulse race, yet the real power comes from the quiet talks between the characters where they share fears they never say out loud. These moments make you feel like you are right there with them, rooting for every single one while fearing the worst. The writers have mixed the fast chases with deep emotional layers so perfectly that you never get a chance to breathe easy. Every clue dropped in the trailer feels important, like a puzzle piece that could unlock a bigger danger no one sees coming. Nolan keeps pushing forward because that is who he is, the guy who never quits. But this time, the threat seems to know exactly how to hit him where it hurts most. Lucy's strength shines through even when she is scared, and her journey reminds you why she has become such a fan favorite. Bradford's leadership keeps the team moving, but you can tell he is carrying extra weight that might slow him down at the wrong moment. Lopez holds everyone together with her no-nonsense attitude, yet her own worries are starting to show in ways that add even more layers to the story. The trailer builds this feeling that the danger is not just on the streets anymore. It is closer than anyone wants to admit, and that closeness is what makes your stomach twist with worry. Small hints appear about secrets from earlier in the season. Things you thought were behind them, but now they are rising again stronger than ever. The pace never slows down, switching between heart-pounding action and those raw human conversations that make the characters feel like real people you know. You start asking yourself the same questions they are asking. Who can they really trust when the lines between right and wrong start to blur? The team has faced tough days before, but this episode feels different, like the stakes have jumped to a whole new level. Nolan's personal life crosses paths with the case in surprising ways that raise the danger for everyone around him. Lucy is forced to face a decision that could change how the department sees her, and the pressure she feels comes through so clearly it pulls you right into her struggle. Bradford's steady hand is still there, but cracks in his confidence make you wonder how much more he can take before something gives. Lopez stays fierce and focused, yet even she admits this one feels bigger than the usual calls. All these pieces fit together to create a trailer that hooks you from the first second and refuses to let go. The suspense grows with every new clue, every worried look, every rushed decision, because you know the real explosion is still coming. This first part of the breakdown shows how the episode sets up the characters and the growing threat, making sure you care about every single person before the story takes its wild turn. The writers know exactly how to keep you guessing without giving away too much, dropping just enough to make your mind race with possibilities. Nolan represents that everyday hero who keeps learning and fighting, and here his growth is tested like never before. Lucy's story adds the heart and the human side we all connect with, showing strength mixed with real fear. The rest of the team fills in the gaps with their own strengths and weaknesses, creating a group that feels unbreakable yet totally at risk. The trailer does all of this while keeping the action fast and the emotions deep, which is why The Rookie always stands out. You finish this opening section of the trailer feeling excited, worried, and desperate to know what happens next because the tension is already at a boiling point. The city streets, the station halls, and the private moments all blend into one big wave of suspense that carries you forward. Nothing feels safe anymore, and that is exactly the feeling the show wants you to have right now. The case starts simple, but twists quickly into something much darker, with clues that point in directions no one expected. Every officer is pushed to their limit, And the trailer makes sure you feel every bit of that pressure along with them. Nolan keeps his cool on the outside while his mind races on the inside. Lucy fights to stay focused even when her world feels like it is falling apart. Bradford leads with experience but carries hidden doubts that add weight to every order he gives. Lopez cuts through the noise with her honesty, yet her own concerns are building quietly in the background. These details make the story feel alive and urgent. The trailer balances all of it so well that you cannot look away. Action explodes across the screen while emotional talks pull you deeper into the characters' lives. The suspense builds layer by layer until you are sitting on the edge, heart beating faster, mind spinning with questions about what is really going on. This is only the beginning, but already the episode feels like a game changer for the whole season. The team is closer than ever, yet the threats are closer too, and that mix creates the perfect storm of drama and excitement. Every second adds something new to worry about. Every conversation reveals another hidden fear, and every clue makes the mystery grow bigger. The rookie season, 8 episode 11, is shaping up to be the one fans will talk about for weeks, and this trailer sets the perfect stage. The characters are ready for the fight of their lives, and so are we as we watch them struggle through it all. The tension is real, the stakes are sky high, and the best is still to come in the next parts of this breakdown. 1.2, Section 2, Section 2. As the trailer moves deeper into the story, the pressure on the whole team starts to feel impossible to escape. Nolan is out in the field chasing a suspect who seems to know every move the cops are about to make before they even decide it. Every turn he takes leads him closer to a truth that hits too close to home, and you can see the fear creeping into his eyes even though he tries to stay calm for the team. The case is no longer just another day on the job, it is personal now, and the trailer makes sure you feel every second of that shift. Lucy finds herself stuck between two worlds when a secret from her past suddenly connects to the current investigation, and the weight of that connection forces her to question every choice she has made since joining the force. She wants to do the right thing, but the cost might be losing the people she trusts most, and that internal fight is shown so clearly it pulls you right into her pain. Tim Bradford, who always seems unbreakable, starts showing small signs that even he has limits. He gives orders like usual, but there is a hesitation in his voice that was never there before, and you start wondering if the man who taught everyone else how to survive is now the one who needs saving. Angela Lopez keeps pushing forward with her usual fire, but even she cannot hide the worry when new evidence points in a direction no one wants to believe. The team is still working together, yet you can feel the tiny fractures forming between them, and those fractures are what make your heart race, because you know one wrong word could shatter everything. The trailer keeps switching between intense chase scenes and those quiet moments where the officers share glances that say more than words ever could. You watch Nolan dig deeper into the case, and every new clue makes the danger feel bigger and closer than before. He is not just fighting criminals anymore, he is fighting to protect the life he has built, and the trailer lets you feel how heavy that fight really is. Lucy's story grows even more emotional when she has to face someone from her old life who brings back memories she thought were buried, and the way she handles it shows both her strength and her vulnerability in the same breath. Bradford tries to hold the team steady, but his own doubts are leaking through in ways that make you question if he can really lead them through this storm. Lopez stays sharp and focused, cutting through the confusion with her quick thinking, yet her eyes tell you she is carrying a secret worry of her own that could change how the whole team sees her. The suspense builds higher with every passing second because the trailer keeps dropping small hints that someone inside the department might not be who they seem. You start noticing little things like a missed call, a strange text, or a look that lasts just a second too long, and those tiny details make the whole story feel like it is about to explode. The writers are masters at this. They give you just enough information to keep guessing without spoiling the big reveal, and that balance keeps you glued to every frame. Nolan's personal life starts mixing with the case in ways that raise the stakes for everyone around him. He has to make choices that could cost him his badge or worse, his friends, and you feel the weight of those choices pressing down on him. Lucy is torn between loyalty to the job and loyalty to her heart, and the trailer shows how that tug of war is tearing her apart inside. Bradford's tough leadership is still there, but cracks are appearing, and each crack makes you worry that the team's foundation is weaker than it looks. Lopez keeps everyone moving forward with her no-nonsense style, but even she admits this case feels different, like the rules they always followed might not apply anymore. The action never slows down with car chases and close calls that leave you breathless, yet it is the emotional layers underneath that make the trailer unforgettable. Every conversation between the characters feels loaded with meaning, like they are all hiding pieces of the puzzle from each other. You watch them laugh together one moment and then see the doubt creep in the next, and that shift keeps the suspense alive and kicking. The city of Los Angeles becomes more than a backdrop, it turns into a character itself, full of shadows and secrets that hide the truth the team is desperately trying to find. Nolan keeps pushing because giving up is not in his blood, but this time the enemy seems to know him better than he knows himself. Lucy shows courage that inspires you while also reminding you how human she really is. Bradford carries the weight of command like always, but the trailer hints that his past might be catching up faster than anyone expected. Lopez brings the heart and the humor that fans love, yet her serious side adds depth that makes you root for her even harder. All these elements blend together to create a middle section of the trailer that feels like the calm before the real storm. The clues are piling up, the team is getting closer to the truth, and the tension is so thick you can almost touch it. Small moments of teamwork still shine through, giving you hope that they will make it through, but those moments are mixed with growing suspicion that keeps you on edge. The trailer is doing exactly what a great breakdown needs. It makes you care more about the characters while slowly revealing that the biggest threat might be sitting right next to them in the patrol car. Every second adds another layer of worry, another reason to hold your breath, and another reason to keep watching. The investigation is heating up, the personal stakes are rising, and the feeling that something huge is about to break wide open hangs in the air like a dark cloud. Nolan, Lucy, Bradford, and Lopez are all being tested in ways they never saw coming, and the trailer captures that testing perfectly without giving away the final shock. You finish this part of the breakdown feeling even more hooked than before, because the story is no longer just about catching a bad guy, it is about trust, loyalty, and the terrifying possibility that one of their own could be the reason everything falls apart. The pace stays fast, the emotions stay deep, and the suspense keeps climbing higher with every new revelation. This is the section where the trailer stops being a simple preview and starts feeling like the beginning of something that will change the show forever. The team is still together for now, but the cracks are widening and you cannot look away because you know the next step could be the one that changes everything. The writers have built this episode like a slow burning fuse, and right now, that fuse is halfway burned with sparks flying everywhere. Nolan's determination keeps him moving forward even when the odds look impossible. Lucy's heart keeps her fighting even when her mind screams to stop. Bradford's experience guides the group, but his hidden fears add weight to every decision. Lopez's strength holds them all together, yet her own doubts are starting to show through the armor she wears so well. These four officers represent everything fans love about the rookie, and the trailer uses each of them to pull you deeper into the mystery. The action keeps delivering thrills while the quieter moments deliver real heart, and that perfect mix is what makes this breakdown so exciting to talk about. The clues are getting darker, the questions are getting louder, and the feeling that a massive twist is hiding just around the corner grows stronger with every frame. You can sense it in the music, in the camera angles, and in the way the characters look at each other like they are all wondering the same terrifying thing: who among us is not who they claim to be. The middle of the trailer has done its job perfectly. It has raised the stakes, pulled on your emotions, and left you desperate for answers. The real explosion is still coming, but the buildup is already making your pulse race and your mind spin with possibilities. This is why the rookie season. Episode 11 is shaping up to be the episode everyone will be talking about, and this section of the trailer proves it without a single doubt. The team is closer than ever yet, the danger has never been more personal, and that combination creates suspense that feels alive and unstoppable. Every new detail, every worried glance, every hard choice adds fuel to the fire, and the fire is burning hotter than ever before. The breakdown continues to build because the best and most shocking part is still waiting just ahead. 734 milliseconds Section 3, just when you think the team has finally caught a break, the trailer flips everything upside down and the real nightmare begins. Nolan corners the main suspect in a dark alley, and the guy does not run or fight back. He just smiles and says something that freezes Nolan in place because it proves the leak is coming from inside their own station. The words hit like a punch, and you see Nolan's face change from determined to completely shattered as he realizes the person feeding information to the criminals has been riding beside him in the patrol car for months. Lucy hears the same shocking news over the radio, and her hands start shaking because the secret she has been hiding suddenly lines up with this betrayal, and for the first time she wonders if her own past mistake is the reason everything is falling apart. The trailer makes you feel her panic in your own chest because she knows that if the truth comes out, she could lose her badge and the man she loves in the same horrible moment. Tim Bradford storms into the briefing room demanding answers, but the look in his eyes is no longer just anger, it is pure fear, and that is when the trailer drops the first real real clue that his old undercover days might be the key to the whole mess. He tries to stay in control, but the team sees the crack and you can feel the trust they once had in him starting to slip away like sand through fingers. Angela Lopez, who has always been the rock, starts putting the pieces together faster than anyone, and the moment she connects the final dot, her usual confidence disappears and is replaced by a cold dread that makes your stomach drop. The trailer slows down just enough for you to hear her whisper one name, and that single name changes the entire season in an instant. Suddenly, every friendly conversation, every shared coffee, every backup call they ever had feels poisoned because one trusted partner has been playing both sides, and the betrayal cuts deeper than any bullet ever could. The action explodes again, with the team racing through the streets, chasing not just a criminal, but their own history, and every siren scream feels like it is screaming the truth they do not want to hear. Nolan refuses to believe it. At first, he keeps saying there has to be another explanation, but the evidence keeps piling up, and you watch the hero, who never quits, start to question everything he stands for. Lucy is torn between protecting the team and protecting her own secret.